For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
Hey y'all, I got this little song that came across my YouTube newsfeed. I hope y'all can hear it. Yep, I am in the truck working on Sunday. I'm fixing to be rolling out. I was supposed to pick up this load this morning at 8 o'clock. But the broker sent me a message and said they moved the appointment till 1. So I've got to go pick up this load. Hopefully I can get it and make it home tonight. I did everything I could this week, man, and nothing was working for me. It's even got me thinking about using a dispatch service. I had such a hard time this week. Not just finding loads, but finding loads that work for my schedule and where I can roll every day instead of having one on my back for 2 or 3 days and losing that revenue. Because they want you to keep it on your back for a couple of days, but they don't want to pay you the extra day's revenue. They might give you $100 or $200 extra dollars, but that's about all you're going to get right now. And I'm starting to get frustrated. It's got me out here on Saturday and Sunday when I was making such a hard effort to be home on Sundays. So I've got a couple of new methods that I'm going to use this coming week. Lord willing, one of them's going to work out. I got a direct shipper I'm going to check out this week. And if that does not work, I'm going to be a lot more particular about where I go. Instead of focusing on trying to keep my broker happy or use them when I'm in, I'm going to strictly focus on going to certain places if I can get the rates to go there. And I'm going to try that. But yeah, I have been kind of down in the dumps yesterday and today because of being not home. I don't know about you guys, but I thrive off of my family. When I'm away from my family, I feel like I'm withering away. I mean, I can't keep the depression at bay. I can't keep the loneliness at bay. I have to be home. I mean, my little boy and my wife, they mean the world to me. And my nieces, I don't know what to do when I'm not with my family. I'm not the guy that comes out here and sits for days on end. I'm not the guy that comes out here and takes the 34-hour break in the truck. That is just not me. And if it was me, I would not be doing this job. If it was where I had to do that. That ain't no lie. If I had to come out here and stay for the 34-hour every week, I'd be done. I'd be done. I would not do it. I got something up here rattling and it's driving me crazy. Anyway, that's what I'm doing this weekend. I told y'all I was going to explain my power only deal last week. Alright, my power only was a round trip. It was awesome. It paid really well. And it was, I picked up a trailer at their facility. I left my trailer at my house. I took said trailer to their other yard, about 400 miles away. I picked up an empty trailer and come back. On top of that, the loaded trailer that I took over there, Y'all, it was only 2,000 pounds of freight in the trailer. I kid you not, it was only 2,000 pounds. Which all that worked out pretty well. It helped me make a good week. I ended up with just over $5,000 gross last week. And this week, if this load comes through, I'll be about $5,500 gross before anything. So if I can keep my momentum going, within a couple months, I'll definitely have myself back out of the flood waters per se. But man, I tell you, this week has been fun trying to find loads that pay over $2 a mile. You really got to scour the load boards to find that. But I'm looking at some of the loads next week in my area, and they look kind of promising. You know. Like I say though, I've got something I'm going to check on Monday, and if I can make that work, that'd be 5-day-a-week haul right there, about 2,500 miles. I know the guy that runs the distribution center there really well. I worked with him for 5 years through another motor carrier, and I had told him that I was going to be going out and trying to get my own truck and stuff so that I could come back and haul their stuff, because our company would not come down on their rate at all, so we all lost out. I'm hoping and praying that that deal will work out. Time will tell. But yep, I'm fixing to. I had intentions. Look, I'm gonna be brutally honest with you guys and gals. Not only am I super busy trying to find and study the load boards and build myself back up right now. I mean, that's where I'm putting 90% of my effort. When I'm not driving, I'm studying them boards, man. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to be, what I'm going to be doing, so forth and so on. I have full intentions of making quite a few videos today and last night. But to be brutally honest, as I say, I have not felt it. Kind of like an artist has to be inspired. I don't want to do a video that I don't feel. And for about the last couple of weeks, I just have not felt like doing videos. I have not felt inspired at all. I don't know if it's because of everything that's went down with the truck, taking all of my money and all of my stuff that I had built up. And it loads you up with stress. It really does. I'm going to be hauling something today that I'd really rather not haul, because it's super heavy, but it's just another load, and it's the only thing I found that gets me home to take my 34. And it finishes up my week, keeps me in the money. You know, we all make sacrifices, and we all end up doing stuff that we're not really crazy about from time to time. And I guess in this industry, you have to, it's kind of like raising a child with autism and hyperactivity and other things. And I can speak from experience. One day you have it figured out, or so you think, and the next day nothing works. Or there's a full moon and it's even worse. You're always changing your plan. You're always changing your strategy. You're always studying new things to try to make it where you can survive. And hopefully survive well. And I tell y'all know when I came in, I didn't have no money. I came in and got my truck zeroed down with Snyder. And Advanced has been great. I mean, it's one of the greatest decisions I made to go to Advanced. And if any of y'all are out there, I highly recommend you move your truck to Advanced. Even if you have to come up with that moving fee, like from Snyder Finance or whatever. It will pay off. They are real good people and they will treat you well. But even as good as they are, after the clutch deal and everything, the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'm as close to being out of business as you can be without being out of business. I got below $300 last week. Now, I always told y'all I would be brutally honest and be upfront and tell y'all what's going on with the business. You know, with no revenue, throwing out that money, I even had to get a little loan, and I still got down below $300 in my business account before my next check hit. And even after that, it wasn't real great because I still had double expenses to pay and so forth and so on. If I would have been down another week, they'd had to come get the truck. So let this be a lesson to you drivers that are out here doing the lease operations, paying that truck note every month or every week. Make dang sure you got that money built up, okay? Make dang sure you don't go out and blow extra money, because there may be a point, even if you got a new truck, there may be something on that truck that's not covered. You hit a piece of steel in the road and you blow out a steer tire or a couple of drive tires. That can be expensive, especially when you're not putting up maintenance money. I've been putting up maintenance money. That's no lie. I've been putting up money in the bank. I had money set to the side, more than I've ever had set to the side, unless I was getting a tax return. You know, that's just the facts. You know, I can't stress it enough. You got to put your money up, and you got to be ready for the things that are going to be coming down the pipe. I thought I was sitting pretty good. I remember specifically sitting there before the clutch started acting up and saying, man, my bank account looks good and things are really going great. That was the week before the weekend my transmission started slipping. That's when I knew that I was fixing to have to drop some money, but I was thinking, you know what, I probably got it. I probably got it, you know. But when you have those weekly notes and things coming out, they hit you pretty quick, because the week before transmission went out, I only made $3,000 gross. Then the week of the transmission being repaired, I didn't make nothing. So that's 2 weeks right there. And then that third week, see, I didn't have a check come in that third week. So by the time I paid for everything, and the clutch was like a bill that would not quit growing. It was one thing after another. By the time everything was done, I'm right at $5,000 in it, and then my batteries go out. So, I mean, that was pretty crazy. I'm thinking that everything on the truck is going well now. I got new tires, new clutch, new batteries. Only thing I see is I got a windshield that needs to be replaced. So, and I got to do an overhead when I do my next service. It's well overdue. But I've got a few weeks before I have to worry about the service and the overhead. I got time to build it up if I can stay focused. But that's the whole point of the thing. I have really been working hard to try to build back up and find these lanes and keep myself moving every day. And whenever I'm done, I just have not had the energy or the willpower to do a quality video. So that's why I haven't really been doing any videos. And that's why this one's kind of like a live feed, but not being a live feed. I don't like the whole live feed thing. You know, I think it takes people off the point whenever they start answering questions, instead of just giving out the information. I like the informational videos. That's just me. All right, I'm out of time. I can only do 15-minute videos. So God bless. We'll catch you on the next ride.